feel so blessed, and I know God has me.
Yeah.
God has me. And the world is shifting because people are like afraid. When he was first elected, so many people were capitulating and agreeing in advance. And now people see what a mess it is.
Hey, you guys. So, of course, it's ALEEYAH. You already know. Welcome to ALEEYAH'S Diary. Of course, I'm back with another video. So basically, I am coming back to you guys with a life update, pretty much. This vlog is gonna basically be talking about a few things, like just me and like giving you guys an update. I haven't really been on here, or like, I wouldn't say on here, but like recording vlogs like that. I haven't really been actively recording vlogs like that. It's just been a lot going on, and I just figured that I would just, give you guys an update on what's been going on with ALEEYAH. So of course, I have been giving you guys, vlogs here and there, and just like trying to keep y'all updated. And I've been kind of staying consistent, but not really, because I've been recording vlogs and stuff like that. Like, don't think that I haven't really thought about you guys, and those who have been supporting me since day one, since I made my diary channel. I have been thinking about y'all. I kept y'all in mind, and I have been feeding y'all content, but at the same time, I've also been going through like, a lot spiritually, mentally, physically. So that is why I kind of like took a little break. And as I told y'all before, numerous of times in different vlogs, I'm also like, I do everything myself. Like, I edit the vlogs, I put everything together, get different little clips that y'all see, the funny clips and all of that stuff, the memes and all of that stuff. I add all of that in myself, and I push it out for you guys. Choose the pictures and everything, all the content and what I'm going to talk about. All of that shit, it's me. I'm my own manager. So let's start with the update, pretty much, because that's pretty much what this vlog is about. So I will say that everything has been going good. It's been up and down. I would say with me, it's been up and down. Things will go good, and things will go bad, and things will go good, and things will go bad. And just, I wouldn't even say bad. I would just, bad situations. I would say unfortunate situations. That's how I would word it. So of course, you guys know that Chanel ended up being pregnant. I was correct. She ended up having her six puppies. And I had ended up selling the puppies. So I ended up getting rid of all 6, pretty much. Well, all 5, because I kept one because she had a set of twins, a boy and a girl, and I had kept one, and my mother had got one. So that was that situation. So that was that. I got rid of the puppies. She ended up having them in May 13th. So, of course, you gotta wait until, the puppies are ready to be, away from the mom, and, they can pretty much do everything on their own. Not everything, but majority of the stuff on their own, and they could go to a happy home. So she had the puppies. I got rid of them in July. What I will say as far as that situation, it was a lot on me, because of course it's only me. I don't have like a boyfriend. I don't have anyone that's really gonna help me with 5, 6 puppies. And not only that, not only did I have the 6 puppies, I also had 2 of the parents. So that's 8 dogs I was dealing with. So that's another reason why I really didn't really give you guys steady content, or continuously push out content, because it was just a lot going on or whatever. Once I got rid of the dogs and they went to happy homes, because of course that was my #1 rule. That was like my main goal. Like, I wasn't playing. I wanted them to go to loving and happy homes. So that they did. My homegirl from high school, her mother ended up taking 1 puppy, and my mom and me, we ended up, because of course it's a rule when your dog has its first, when your female dog has its first puppies, you're supposed to at least keep 1 puppy, because that's their first litter. That's their first, their whole, So anyways, I ended up keeping 1 puppy because she had a set of twins. So I ended up keeping the girl. My mom got the boy. They literally look just alike. So I'm gonna record the boy and her together when I bring her over my mom's house so y'all can see Dior and her brother Kors. That's their name. The girl that I kept, her name is Dior, and my mother's dog name is Kors, like Michael's Kors. So, okay, so it was my girlfriend's mom that took one. It was me and my mother. It was my aunt Ben. She was on it since day one. Oh, y'all like my little pride, my trans flag string that I put on my dreadlock? I have dreads mixed in with the hair. I wanted to try something different. This is giving Little Mermaid. I wanted to give messy mermaid boho. I'm in like this boho phase, and I think that that's gonna be the style that sticks with me. So yeah, that's my whole little aesthetic that I got going on. But anyways, so okay, so it was my aunt been on it since day one. When I first got J2 and Chanel, she been had told me, like, if they ever have puppies, or if my girl dog ever has puppies, she wants one. So I already had her in mind. I already knew that, you know. And then it just so happened that her dog that she had, her Yorkie that she had, passed away. So it was just like really crazy how everything, it was like, you know, how everything happened. It was just really weird and crazy. But so she got one, and then another friend of mine. Oh no, correction. My friend did end up taking a puppy because of the simple fact that, you know, one thing I did learn, like being a so-called breeder or whatever, and like dealing with the whole puppy situation and selling puppies, it was a headache itself. Like having the puppies was a headache. It was a lot and stressful. And then like dealing with my job and dealing with all of that bullshit, that's another thing that was like really, really stressful. And then, you know, like also dealing with like everyday life and dealing with the parents and stuff. It was just a lot. So one thing I will say, like trying to sell the puppies was also a headache, because you like have people that say at the beginning, you know, or before the puppies come, that they're ready and they're gonna get one and this, that, and the third, and then when the puppies come, they play around. So I was supposed to give one to my friend. However, he bullshitted around, so I ended up not giving him one. I ended up giving two to my sister, so my sister ended up buying two. So that was that whole thing. She had the puppies. I ended up, you know, getting rid of the puppies. Like I said, she had them in May. I ended up, they were ready to go to their happy homes in July. So that happened. June was Pride. I wasn't really going to go to Pride. I ended up going to Pride because a so-called friend that I thought, well, somebody that I thought was a friend ended up not being a real friend or whatever. But that's the story itself. I'm not going to go into it. Just know that that person is no longer around me. I'm done with keeping people around me that are not for me and that are toxic or that are gonna make me revert back to who I used to be. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just rather just not even bother with you. I will dead drop you. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing that I wanted to get into, and that's an update as well that I wanted to add in here, is a lot of people that I used to chill with, I'm not chilling with them no more. I'm done with them. They're done. They're blocked. They're done. Demolished. It's a wrap. Yeah, I mean, you know. So that was that. And I should have listened to my gut instinct. Every time I go against my gut instinct, because I usually listen to it 24/7. However, every time I try to, you know, not listen to it, I end up regretting it. So yeah, I'm going to always listen to my gut instinct now. I'm not going to try to, you know, go through a whole battle situation with it now. If my instinct and my voice in my head is saying, don't go, bitch, I'm not going to go at all. So that's just the wrap on Pride. So that was June. And then we fast forward, now we're in August. So that's why I'm coming to you guys with a life update, because literally the last video that I posted was the pregnancy vlog, you know, of Chanel's pregnancy. And I still have a part 2 to that, so I am going to post that as well. But I wanted to give y'all like this life update, you know, vlog, and just let y'all know how everything has been going on with me. So let's go on with the life update with me. My attitude, my outlook on life has completely changed. I thought that in my journey, I knew that I would get rid of some people. I just thought that, you know, with me being 37, I thought that I was, you know, complete, and I was at where I needed to be when it came to having people around me that, you know, were toxic or jealous or envious or whatever the case may be. I thought that I was done with that, and I got rid of all of those people that were around me that were no good. But in reality, that wasn't the case. So I had to, definitely, um, you know, sit and observe my surroundings and observe who I'm surrounding myself with and just get rid of them. I've also been like working on myself and my outlook on life in general. What's for me is for me, and what's not for me is not for me. I've also learned that as well. Um, and people are gonna either fuck with you or they're not. You know what I'm saying? And if they're not, it's okay if they don't fuck with you. And you know what I'm saying? If they are, it's okay with, that's okay too. Like, but I've also learned that you can't make people want to be around you and want to stay around you and want to really be, authentic with you and be transparent with you. You can't make, basically, you cannot try and get you from others, because that's just not the case. You may be lucky enough to get, someone that is kind of close to you, or someone that has like some type of like, a little bit of little traits here and there of you and how you roll and how you move. But ultimately you just can't try to get you and how you do things from other people. I'm learning that I have a lot of people that they say one thing and they do another, you know what I'm saying? And one thing about me, I go by people's actions and I observe people and I see, who's really about what they say and who's not. I'm also learning about that as well. And I'm also learning that people are scared to be themselves, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the transphobia that I have been receiving when it comes to work, because I've been dealing with a lot of transphobia and harassment and discrimination at work, and this has been going on for a while, but it's been going on at work because I feel like people are scared to be themselves. I represent trans people, trans individuals represent, we represent going against the norm, and a lot of people don't like that, you know what I'm saying? So I've also realized that that's another update, So, yeah, I'm grateful because I'm still working. In despite of all the discrimination and the harassment and everything, I'm still working. Of course, I've documented things. I've put in court complaints and stuff like that. I've been doing with my big girl stuff that I need to do when it comes to that. So that's that. I haven't really been doing like the whole like glammed up makeup look. So, so this is kind of a first in a couple. I think the last time I did get all dolled up was Pride. Yeah, so this is like a little extra for me because literally I haven't really been getting dolled up and doing makeup or anything. I've just been really just working, coming home, and just making sure that Dior, Chanel, and J2 is good, and paying my bills and my rent and stuff like that, and just trying to stay out the way and away from negativity. Hopefully I have an interview that's coming up, so hopefully I'll be able to get that and I can move on with my life, because it's desperately time for me to move on. God has showed me that it's time to move on when it comes to my job. What else? I've been really like trying to stay persistent on my hormones, because Lord knows it's been really, really crazy. Like when I stress, I just completely shut down, and I notice that like I stress and I get into that depressive state. I really like shut down. I'll be very selective of who I want to talk to and who I communicate with and shit like that. But yeah, I just been really trying to stay in like better spirits and keep positive people around me and stay in a positive, mindset. But that's pretty much it when it comes to, my lifestyle. I mean, like my life update when it comes to me. Like it hasn't really been nothing too crazy going on. It's just been everyday life. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much it. And I honestly am happy. I'm happy that I let all the negativity and all the toxic energy go. I would prefer to be alone and to be by myself if the love and the friendships or the relationships aren't going to be real. You know what I'm saying? I would prefer to be alone. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason for me to have people around me that are going to be envious or jealous or hateful or talking shit about me as soon as I walk, across the street or whatever, Like, I would prefer just to be by myself then. no sense in me having people around that's like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just really, really content with how things are going, and it's only up from here. Like, I'm literally just pushing myself for greatness. Yeah, so I put a pause on dating, you guys. I just need to make sure that I focus on me and focus on my, you know, my mental, you know, my physical. I need to focus on that and making sure that I don't fall into that deep depressive state. And with that, I don't have time to be sitting here dating anyone. If I do date or I am talking to someone, it has to be someone that's going to uplift me and not try to like bring me down of any sort or try to bring me back into, you know, a depressive state or a stressful state of any sort. You know, I just don't want to be a part of that. So I've been like really, really taking a break on the whole dating thing and just focus on handling what I need to handle and getting things in order with me. But I'm definitely going to keep the content coming. You guys will get a lot more content. I'm planning events. So, yeah. A lot of stuff is coming up. I'm planning a lot of different things. So, of course, I'm going to go get my breasts checked out. And hopefully, I'm planning on getting them redone. So, that will be interesting. I'm definitely going to get that content for y'all. I'm also going to try to do something cute for Halloween. So, I'm getting ready for that. What else? I've been getting like my teeth, you know, taken care of and stuff like that, and doing what I need to do when it comes to that. You know, I already got like 3 teeth pulled on this side or whatever, but you know, the wisdom teeth that needed to come out desperately, that was another thing. Like, they needed to come out. They were growing in really, really bad. So especially on this side, like, yeah. But I had got these taken out. I got 4 on this. I got 2 so far taken out. I need to get another 2 taken out. So I'm gonna do that. Definitely venture into the journey of the BBL journey. I'll definitely record that, and there's a few other things I'm gonna record. Yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of content that's coming you guys' way. Y'all stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? I'm planning little different events and stuff like that. Even, you know, I'm a fan of the art, so I may go to like a cute little art exhibit, like. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about going to a concert. 2 concerts, actually. Before I go to the next Beyonce concert. So, y'all just stay tuned or whatever. I'm just going to definitely try to continuously give you guys content. In the meantime, I will be working on myself and just becoming a better person. Becoming a better woman. That I know I am and that I know I can be. I love y'all dearly. I love y'all for loving me. Thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? And I will see y'all later.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.